So hi all. So in this lecture video, we'll see about the noise models and the restoration filters. So in the last lecture video, we studied about what is meant by a image restoration model. So in that image restoration model, so we need to add some noise to that input image, original image, and we have to have some filter to remove the noise. So in this, we'll see about some common type of noises and the restoration filters. So the principal source of noise in digital images arise during the image acquisition and transmission. Okay, so in acquisition, image with camera and light levels are major factors affecting the amount of noise in resulting image. So this also we studied in the last video. So the images are corrupted during transmission due to interference in the channel used for transmission. For example, images transmitted using a wireless network might be corrupted using an atmospheric disturbances. So there are different types of noises that can corrupt your noise. So that can be like when you're transmitted through a wireless network. So the atmospheric disturbances can be one of the main cause for like disturbing your image. So another type of noises we like discussed is a motion of the motion when capturing the images. So and also the other type of noises. So these all will cause a major concern for the image degradation. So the image degradation model also we studied in terms of both frequency domain and in the time domain. Okay, so the spatial domain. The spatial domain g of x comma y is equal to f of x comma y plus eta of x comma y. So where f of x comma y is the input image. So in the block diagram we are going to multiply or convolute f of x comma y the degradation function also. So some important types of noises are the Gaussian noise, Rayleigh noise, gamma noise, exponential noise, and impulse noise. Okay, so we'll see the what are the different types of noises and what are the different types of filters that is used to remove a particular kind of noise. So this all like it is all noises will be having some equations. So Gaussian noise is a very common noise. So it is given by P of z is equal to 1 by root 2 pi sigma e power z minus z bar the whole square by 2 sigma square, where sigma is the variance and z represents the intensity and z bar is the mean value of z. So sigma is the standard deviation and sigma square is the variance. Okay, so here the distribution of the Gaussian noise also given in this figure. So what is the source of this Gaussian noise? So Gaussian noise arises in a image due to factors such as electronic circuit noise and sensor noises due to pure elimination. Okay, so main causes of this Gaussian noises is the factors that is related to the electronic circuit noise and sensor noise. So that may be due to the pure elimination of the light source. Next is a Rayleigh noise. So it is given by this equation P of z is equal to 2 by b z minus a e power z minus a the whole square by b for z greater than a and 0 for z less than a. So where z is again the intensity and z can be calculated with the help of mean and variance. The mean and variance, Z bar is the mean and sigma square is the variance. So Z bar can be calculated with the help of this equation and its variance sigma square can be calculated with the help of this equation, and the distribution of the Rayleigh noise is also given over here. So how come this noise occurs? Like this noise PDF is helpful in categorize the noise phenomena in range imaging. For example, it can be X-ray image, ultraviolet imaging. It depends upon the frequency of light. So basically it can be like associated with the X-ray image, ultraviolet imaging and all, because it is basically depends upon the frequency or the wavelength of the image. Okay, so the ultraviolet, X-ray, everything depends upon the wavelength of light that's falling on a particular object. So in that kind of or the frequency. Okay, so that kind of imaging techniques. So this Rayleigh noise can occur. So next is the gamma noise. So the gamma noise is given by this equation P of z that is shown on the slide, and the distribution of the gamma noise is also given here. So the gamma noise, it will find in the laser imaging. Okay. So next is exponential noise. So the exponential noise is given by P of z is equal to a power e minus a z for z greater than or equal to 0 and 0 other ways. So the mean and variance is given by z bar is equal to 1 by a and sigma square is equal to 1 by a square. Okay, and this distribution of Gaussian noise is also shown in this figure. And next is the salt and pepper noise, also called as a bipolar noise. Okay, so because it's having either 1 or 0. So it is given by P of z is equal to PA, that is z equal to A, and PB is z equal to B. So you are having, so like two impulses will be there, so A and B. So the salt and pepper noise already we studied in the second unit. I hope you remember. A detailed lecture of the salt and pepper noise is given in the second module. You can go through it. So the noise models like examples are given here. So here an input given figure is given. Okay, so input image. So all these images will be like accompanied with the noise. So the noisy images is also shown over here. So you can, what is the distribution of gamma ray, like Gaussian, Rayleigh and gamma is also. So when you're adding some noises, so what will be the distribution of each function? So that is also shown in this figure. So this is for the salt and pepper. This is for the same here for the exponential noise and for the salt and pepper noise. So salt and pepper noise, it's like it is a bipolar distribution only we can see over there. And now we studied about different types of noise and now we'll see what are the restoration method in spatial domain to remove this noises. First one is a mean filter. So in the mean filter, you are having arithmetic mean filter, geometric mean filter, harmonic mean filter, contra-harmonic mean filter. And order statistic filter, you are having median filter, max and min filter, midpoint filter, and alpha trim filters. So in this, the basically an adaptive filters. In that adaptive filter only, we'll be seeing about the Wiener filter, inverse filtering, and all. So we'll see in this section basically about what is the mean filter. In that, the first two types, there is arithmetic mean filter and geometric mean filter, and the order statistic filters. So the arithmetic mean filter, so it is given by this equation f cap of x comma y is equal to 1 by mn sigma s comma t element of s of x comma y g of s comma t. So this is the equation for an arithmetic mean filter. So this is like this arithmetic mean filter can be computed the average value of corrected image g of x comma y in the area defined by s of x comma y. So this can be like calculated for an area s of x comma y for a given image, given degraded image fg of x comma y. So the effect is nothing but the mean filter simply smoothens the variation in an image. Noise is reduced as a result of blurring. So again, this arithmetic imaging, so you can see that it is nothing but we are adding it, right? Summation and adding, and it is nothing but we are averaging. So adding and divided by the total sum. So it's a kind of averaging. So what is the output is nothing but again, you'll be getting a blurred image. And geometric mean filter f cap of x comma y, it is given by pi, that is a multiplication or we are doing here s comma t element of s of x comma y g of s comma t. So this achieves a smoothing comparable to the arithmetic mean filter, but it preserves more details. So here we are not going to go for the averaging. So averaging we discussed in the second module. Averaging results in the smoothing as well as it will blur the image. So arithmetic mean filter, it will blur the image. It will also smoothen the image. But the geometric mean filter we are not going for the averaging. So what will happen? It's nothing but it will smoothen the image, but it can also preserve some fine details of the image. So it won't blur the image when compared to the arithmetic mean filter. So this is an example of an extra image of circuit shown here. So this is an extra image, first image, and second image corrupted by addition of Gaussian noise, and third resulting of filtering with arithmetic mean filter. The third image, this one shows the resulting of filtering with arithmetic mean filter, and this one shows the resulting of filtering with the geometric mean filter. So in this you can see that when compared to this arithmetic mean filter, that is the third figure, the geometric mean filter, that's a fourth figure, will preserve some fine details like edges of particular components and all. So next is a harmonic mean filter, which is given by f cap of x comma y is equal to mn divided by sigma s comma t element of s of x comma y 1 by g of s comma t. So this is an equation. This is the equation. So the harmonic mean filter works well for salt and pepper, salt noise and other type of noises such as Gaussian, but fails for pepper noise. So this is best for salt noise, but it will fail for the pepper noise. Next is the order statistic filters. So nothing but the median. First one is a median filter. It replaces a pixel value by the median of the intensity in the neighborhood of that pixel. So I hope you remember we already studied this in the second module. So we are taking the median of that particular pixel and replace the central pixel by the median value. Okay. So what is the effect it will give? The median filter provide excellent result for certain type of noises with considerably less blurring than linear smoothing filters of the same size. So it will give less blurring. These filters are very effective against both bipolar and unipolar device. That means for both salt and pepper noise. So this is an like a median filter example. So here you can see the first figure, image is corrupted by the salt and pepper noise. And the second figure, the result of one pass with median filter, okay, and the third figure, the result of processing with this filter. So here, and the result of processing with the same filter. So what it is doing is something where here is an input image, first one with a salt and pepper noise, and this image is passed through a median filter. Again, the same figure B is passed to the same median filter. Again, the same figure is passed through a same median filter. So we are using the same median filter. Each output we are passing through the median filter of same size, that is 3,3. So you can see, like when you are passing through each time through the median filter, so you are going to smoothen the image, and you can able to like get back some fine details of the image. But more smoothing will cause the blurring of the image. So we can do up to a certain limit. And max filter and min filter. So this also we studied in the second module. So max filter, it will take the maximum value in a pixel and it will be replaced by the center pixels. So actually this will be useful for finding the brightest point in an image. Okay, so that means it will maximum value. So the maximum value in an image will be the brightest pixel, right? So it can be used to find the brightest pixel. So it is effective against the pepper noise. That means it will remove the pepper noise. That is the low densities. And minimum filter is, we are in a image, we are finding the minimum value and replace the center pixel by the minimum pixel. So this is useful for this opposite of max filter. So it is useful for finding the darkest point in an image and is effective against the salt noise. So it's an example of the minimum and max and minimum filter. So here is an image that is corrupted by pepper noise. This is an image corrupted with salt noise. So when you are using a max filter, you will be able to remove the pepper noise. When you are using a min filter, you will be able to remove the salt noise. Midpoint filter. Okay, so this also compares the midpoint between maximum and minimum values of intensities. So again, it is nothing but the addition of both maximum and minimum values and the average of it. So this filter is a combination of order statistic and averaging, works better for Gaussian and uniform noise contaminations. So I hope you understood this topic. So in this topic, basically we studied about the different types of noises that will be accompanied for the degradation of the image, and the different types of like degradation restoration filters that is used to remove the noise. Okay, thank you.